All right, coming up next, it's a UFC middleweight division fight. Well, always exciting when this guy shows up on the fight card, Daniel. He is a true mixed martial artist. Not really any glaring weaknesses, at least, that he's put on film thus far.
He's the new breed of fighter. Those kids that start doing everything at 6 years old. They start wrestling, they start doing jiu-jitsu, they start to box. He's one of those guys that has every one of those skills, and he does them all at an A+ level. He's got tremendous cardio. He is the type of fighter that in a few years will just litter the UFC roster across the board.
And oftentimes his opponents will say he doesn't really do anything special, but he does everything at a plus level, and he believes he'll have a lot of advantages in this matchup tonight. All right, so here he is, the undefeated Israel Adesanya, his crowning achievement, at least to this point in time, UFC 236, a monumental unanimous decision win over Kelvin Gastelum in what was one of the best title fights you or I have ever seen.
One of the greatest fights of all time. And to watch Israel Adesanya go out in round 5, when the fight is on the line and have his very best round of the fight, was inspiring for anyone that likes mixed martial arts. If you're a fan of a young guy like Israel, to see him do that, to earn that title, is very, very assuring as he's getting ready to go forward in his career. To achieve that goal in such a short amount of time is truly, truly unheard of.
Our tale of the tape for this much-anticipated middleweight encounter. Adesanya is 5 years the elder. He will have a 5-inch reach advantage. Here once more, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 12 wins, no losses. He stands 62 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Fighting out of Stockholm, Sweden, Adesanya VS Chimaev. And now this is his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, a mixed martial artist holding a professional record of 24 wins, 2 losses. He stands 6 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 185 pounds. Israel, the last style bender, Adesanya. And when the action begins, our referee in charge, Dan Mergliata.
Dan Mergliata, your referee.
You ready?
Round 1 is upon us between 2 of the best fighters in this division. It's hard to find anything resembling a glaring weakness on either side when you break down the film.
There are no weaknesses in these guys. These guys are as well-rounded as they come. They both can wrestle, both can grapple, both can strike. They can do it all. And these are the matchups that we dream of as MMA fans.
All right, early round 1, we'll see if he can use that jab and try to keep his opponent on the outside. Must be nice for these long fighters, huh?
I mean, they are able to touch you as you try to enter into range. Tonight, he needs to use his jab, use his kicks to hit his opponent before his opponent can get into range to even start to think about striking.
Lands a big elbow there.
Oh, hurt him.
There he goes, attacking that lead leg to the outside. Nasty kick there.
Nasty leg kick. You gotta slow down your opponent. He knew his opponent wanted to move a lot tonight. This is the first step in getting him to slow down and fight at your pace.
And they separate. He blocks the shot. Well, that nose isn't going to be able to take too many more as he doubles up on the jab there.
So good to watch MMA evolve and watch guys now fight behind the jab.
So just over 20 total strikes have landed for Israel Adesanya.
Look at him whip his hip into that kick.
Oh, beautiful strike there by Israel Adesanya. He's got a lifetime in the game, not a lifetime in the UFC, but you see this is a lifelong striker who is very dangerous with all this.
Yeah, and when you're standing with Izzy, you're in trouble, man. You're under constant attack. the whole time because you never know what he's going to hit you with. And right there, he landed the strike that he was looking for.
Under 2 minutes now to go in the opening round. Just misses there with the left. His head still attached to his body.
The last time I saw an uppercut like that, it was Overeem versus Ngannou, and you know they still haven't found Alex Overeem's head.
Big shots being landed on both sides here.
He loaded up with that right hand too.
Right,
He's hurt bad. Look at how he turns his hip over when he throws that kick.
30 seconds to go.
That one snuck in. Nice strike.
Oh, tags him with the left. That is an educated left. Oh! What a fight so far. All right, so there's the horn. He got knocked down by a punch in that round, but he is able to survive. We'll see if they can make some adjustments.
He's as tough as they come. He took that shot and he kept plodding forward. He got off of his butt. He got himself off of the canvas and tried to get right back to work. But he cannot take many more of these. You don't want to be the guy that's testing how tough that your chin is.
All right, round two.
Big, powerful punch lands. Now he gets back to range.
All right, he closes the distance, gets the single collar tie.
Look at how he turns his hip into that leg kick.
And he landed the right hand there. And now he's got the tie clinch.
Good takedown defense by Israel.
Oh, nice land there with the punch. You see, he's taking advantage of what is an obvious edge and reach. That's a perfect scramble right there. Beautiful transition. Just missing on the counter there.
Oh, that's a nice strike. He's throwing every part of himself into these big leg kicks. Beautiful level.
Potentially a critical takedown here. Just over 3 minutes to go. All right, he's got the full mount now. Is this one of the most dominant positions in MMA? Is that fair to say?
It's a very dominant position. It's one of the most ideal positions you can get to, especially if you are fighting someone that doesn't truly understand that they're not in as much danger as they are, because it's dangerous, but there are a lot of outs. And if a person isn't very understanding of that, then you can really, really put some damage on them.
All right, so pretty good damage here with the ground and pound. Nothing superficial about these strikes. They are intending to harm.
Oh, yeah, he's landing very accurately, and he's landing to get damage off.
Oh, his opponent's squirming like a fish out of water now. The ground and pound is on point. This could very well be the beginning of the end.
This could be the beginning of the end. We've seen some really good ground and pound fighters. This young man is as good as any we've ever seen. Now the guy's got armbar. He's attacking it on him. Attacking armbar. You gotta recognize that when a guy starts to put his feet on your hips, you gotta move him off.
And this might just be a matter of time. Oh, and he pins the arm down, and that is it. So the tap comes shortly thereafter.
He got the arm straight, right? The moment he was able to break the lock, John, his opponent was in trouble. Hip pressure up, opponent had to tap.
And he tapped, and he lives to fight another day, but a huge win for his opponent by submission tonight. All right, let's take a look back at the replay as he gets it done by submission tonight, champ.
I mean, you know, this guy has such a great submission game that you cannot lay in his guard. He's so skilled, he's so tricky, and he's so good at weaving a web that gets you lost in it. that he made him pay for it tonight and got the submission victory.
So a seminal moment for this fighter here tonight as he gets the win by submission. Huge victory in his career, and it'll be very interesting to see how they matchmake him moving forward.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Dan Bergliano calls a stop to this contest at 4 minutes, 3 seconds of round number 2. Declaring the winner by tap out, Adesanya Chimaev.
Well, the celebration is on in his corner, and hard to blame these guys, sort of waiting to exhale, get a huge win tonight, and not just the win, but they get it by submission.
They knew what they had in front of them. They knew how tough a competitor his opponent was, but they also knew that if they could get this fight to the ground, they could find a submission. They found a submission. He got his hand raised in the way that he loves the most.
PlayStation